It is September 15th, 2022, and almost the conclusion of another great week. And yesterday was kind of a milestone. I just surpassed my 100th hour student teaching here in my AST semester, and the minimum is 500 hours, but I'm probably going to go beyond that. Last year I went like 2.5 times the minimum amount. It was 100 hours. I think it got like 239 hours last semester. So I'm just walking around this neighborhood, and usually whenever I'm out in public, I almost always run into groups of students always saying, "Hi, Mr. Kenslow," "Hello, Mr. Kenslow," or "I watched this video, Mr. Kenslow," or something like that. I just ran into 3 students, and they asked me, "Can you guess my birthday?" Okay, so in case no one knows, I haven't really went on record with this before, and let's just say that I've been known ever since last year as the person that knows everyone's birthdays. Okay, I don't know everyone's birthdays, and sometimes I try to take a guess at it, and I narrowed it down to this month, but I didn't get the date. Apparently it was today, and tonight I'm returning to Ensign because there's going to be something special. And just like that, I'm back here at Ensign Intermediate School. It is my first back to school night as a teacher, albeit a student teacher, so I'm just going to be introduced as such, but it should be very fun. I remember when I was a student, I always attended back to school night, even though it was for parents, but still, very happy to be here. And that was fantastic. And being here reminded me of when I was a student here, and I attended back to school nights, like I said earlier, and besides the power going out in the gym for like a minute, it went good, and then I went to my mentor teacher's classroom and got to meet a lot of the parents. It was wonderful, and I got a little introduction into the enhanced math classes as a student teacher here, and how I'm class of 2009. So it was just a joy. In fact, that's kind of what I said, like, you know, teaching like what Vanguard requires, what the state requires, it's a lot of work and a lot of stress, but once I'm in the classroom, it's joy. In fact, one of those parents said that her student normally doesn't tell them to say hi to somebody, but he told them to say hi to me, so that was very reassuring. A couple of students were actually there with their parents, and when I was introduced, one of them was applauding, so it's very reassuring to see the reception that I get as a student teacher. Another humbling thing tonight is that when I was in my mentor teacher's room, I noticed a few of the cheerleaders outside, and a lot of students were there. There were cheerleaders, and then people from ASB and student leadership that were helping parents in navigation from class to class. And there was one time when a few cheerleaders were looked in, and they kept lingering back and forth and peeking in and such, and they were always looking my direction. And then at one point in the night, I happened to be by the door, and they walked by, and one of them said, "I love your YouTube videos." And I said, "Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support." And they walked away, and I turned around, and one of the students who came was there and asked me, "You're on YouTube?" And I said, "Yes." And then that's when everything started, so I said, "I'll tell you after." So I told her about, yep, I have a channel afterwards. So, and I get this almost every day anyway. It's like people just saying, "I subscribe to your YouTube channel." One person, even actually 2 people said that today, and a lot of people just say that my videos are inspirational, and that really means the world to me. I'm not on YouTube to be like a famous celebrity. I'm being on YouTube to be a benefactor, to be a help, a motivator, an encourager, and to say I'm a person that's not giving up on my hobbies. I'm a person who has joy sharing my journeys, my journey through autism, my journey through Vanguard, and being a teacher, albeit a student, a substitute teacher. I love chronicling that and sharing and inspiring, and that's the purpose of my YouTube videos. And I'm just so thankful and humbled that they like my content. September 16th, 2022, a great conclusion to the 4th week. And how I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling like I have more purpose, more involvement, more just a whole bunch of things. I'm getting more involved in AVID and helping students. I'm doing a lot more grading. I know a lot more of what's expected of me, and I feel like I'm doing a lot better than I did when I was like first starting a few weeks ago. So I'm very excited to be continuing and even getting more tasks and opportunity. Today's the morning of September 21st, 2022, the beginning of another extraordinary day, I believe, and something I love about teaching is also encouraging the students. I always love standing by the door and just saying have a good day and have a great day and I know you'll do well. And these students who pass by are both 7th and 8th graders, most of which don't even enter the classroom. I'm just saying like good morning or good afternoon, have a good day to everybody. And then when I'm going like from nutrition or lunch back to the classroom, I'm just saying as I'm going, just have a good day. This is also helping me build the confidence as well as doing what I always love to do in my heart, which is to make people happy and to bring cheer and optimism to people. And I get a lot of positive reception about just telling people have a good day, and sometimes after a while they say it first to me and have a good day, and I'm like thank you, have a good day too. So I really enjoy, that's what really brings joy to my heart. In my classroom we just talked all about substitution. Just yesterday we're doing eliminations for systems of linear equations, so we're going to be doing elimination for a while, and I think today I decided what I want my unit to be on for the CalTPA Cycle 2, which is systems of linear inequalities, so that should be very fun. Okay, September 23rd, 2022, and today I'm going to be teaching my first formal observed lesson, which means my supervisor is coming for a formal observation, not just an informal like last time, and this is one of 4. I'm teaching on solving systems of equations by elimination part 2. It should be fun, all studied up. For this one and the next 3, and for the CalTPA, I have to come up with a rubric for one of the periods, and I did so. And they're going to use the rubric to self-assess afterward. So I'm sitting out here inside Ensign Intermediate School, and it's time to be honest. So second period I taught the lesson, and I'm probably going to have nightmares and lose sleep over it. And it did not take long for me to conclude that I am going to be in hot water, that I was already in hot water. And that's what I figured right away. The third period I taught the lesson, and it was better because I learned a lot of lessons in the first class that I taught, which was second period. But again, everything's a learning experience. This was kind of a complicated lesson, more or less, and not only that, but I just had a lot on my mind, a lot of activities to do, like get out Desmos, do the worksheet and all that. I mean, it's doable. It was really doable in third period and such. But what I love is what I'm learning out of this and what to do next time and what not to do next time, or slightly amend it, modify everything. So being a student, I have to acknowledge I am a student. I am learning. I'm learning how to teach, and not just how to teach, but other things that go on. And having autism adds to the difficulty. Like, for instance, a common trait is that we know what we say in our heads, we know what we want to say, but when we actually say it, it could sound like you're stopping, you're stuttering and everything. And there's a lot of things that have to go inside my mind when I'm teaching. And when I teach, I have to assess with myself, okay, how much time do I have? How much time do I have left? What do I need to do to continue to finish this lesson on time? And being a Royal Ranger Commander for 9 years, I'm about to enter my 10th year. That has significantly helped me understand that. So I'm bringing a lot of what I've learned in leadership and Royal Rangers into the classroom, except for the, I guess, what you would call paramilitary style type drill commands or whatever. I mean, I'm not bringing those things. I'm coming here not as Commander Matthew, but as Mr. Kenslow. So what happened in second period, it was the first time teaching the lesson in person, which usually happens with every lesson. In third period, the teaching part was easier because I've taught it once before, and it always is like that. But this time I had to deliver the rubric because period 3 is my focus period. It's what I'm going to use for the CalTPA, and I am going to be filming in that class and such. But not only did I have to deliver the worksheets that I prepared for them, I had to go over the rubric and saying this is what a rubric is, these are the performance criteria, and here are the proficiency levels. So I got to do that and collected it at the end. I think third period overall went good. My supervisor came, and then after third period we went up into the lounge, and she and we talked about the lesson and how it went and everything. And then afterward I talked to the mentor teacher, and she gave me advice, but we kind of concluded that, yeah, second period I'm probably going to lose sleep. It's a learning process. So I'm not really wanting to remember exactly what happened in second period, but rather take away the pedagogical lessons from it, and, you know, the art and science of teaching, the lessons that I learned. That's what I want to take away, and usually that's how you always remember. I find in life that sometimes when I make the mistakes, and usually the biggest of blunders, that is when I remember the most of not to repeat it. I'm thankful for the class, the mentor teacher, the supervisor, and everything, understanding that I am in the learning process. I'm kind of like them, only I know the math, but I'm a student. and I'm learning how to teach math and bringing in all the different strategies, the UDL, the SEL, and all the other alphabet soup that we have to go through. So universal design for learning, social and emotional learning, and SEDI strategies and everything. But I believe my mentor teacher, and especially Vanguard University, has a strong commitment for us, and I am not going to take today and even the past few weeks and just kick myself over it. I'm going to continue to get better, and that's the goal, that I'm going to persevere. When I was a student at the school, Ensign Intermediate, half my life ago, that's when I learned what perseverance meant, and I'm going to persevere, learn from mistakes, and get better. And I just hope that and believe that by the end of this semester I will be a much more effective teacher with a lot of strategies, timing management, and all that. So I'm very excited to learn, and I really like the fact that I get to be honest, and hopefully this could encourage other aspiring teachers, especially those who are disabled, any disability, not just autism, but physical disability too, as well as developmental disabilities, that people could do whatever they set their heart and mind to do. And my heart, ever since I was probably first or second grade, was to be a teacher. And I didn't know it was middle school until 6 years ago, but I am following my dreams, and I just encourage anybody listening to never give up on your passion in life. So this was a conclusion to, I believe, week 5. I'm actually going on a one-day camping trip tomorrow. Well, it's a camping trip for Royal Rangers for, I believe, the entire section in Long Beach, and I'm just going to stay for one day teaching the compass merit. So one of my commanders is picking me up at 0600 hours, and I'm going to go over there. And just like that, here I am at camp in El Dorado Park in Long Beach. But back to the story from yesterday. And then Sunday morning worship, where I played the keys at Lighthouse, and I was at rehearsal yesterday. So busy schedule. I really love what I do. So anyway, again, a great conclusion. I just hope that everybody listening is just encouraged, motivated, inspired to just continue on with your passions, whatever they may be, despite any difficulty that might stand in the way. And that's my message to everybody. I'll see you in the next video. And just for those who are interested to know, I just got back from camp, and we had an excellent time. We were expecting maybe up to 4 people, 3 or 4 people for the compass merit, but instead we got like about 9, give or take a person. So I believe 9, and they were all from Downey, I believe, and it was excellent. Teaching 9 boys how to use the compass and navigate through the wilderness, and a big compass challenge at the end, how to find bearings, how to determine a good sighting point, and so much more. So this was like the 3rd time teaching compass, the 2nd time doing it all in one day. It was about 3.5 hours. Oh, and also topography, that's the other thing. So anyway, it was excellent, and if you're curious about how to use a compass and read topo maps and all that, then I made this video up here that explains the entire compass merit. It's September 21st, 2020. Oh, wow.
Good morning, Ensign. Please rise to the pledge.
But I think I'm going to go beyond that because what the heck is that? So I'm sitting out here in, what's the crows? So I was already feeling that right away. Okay, crows. You never leave, do you?